Welcome to the 28th minute. Let's get this going. As you can see, the firefight continues down here in its sort of expected intensity, and the Americans start pushing up a whole bunch of heavy weapons units in a big way. The mortar barrage did actually shift. This is the end of it. Unfortunately, it shifted where I told it instead of along here, but that's about it. The Marder rolls up, starts taking pot shots. This guy turns around, shoots some HE, and this heavy machine gun, and these guys put a bit of harassing fire. I think they get someone actually. Same over here. A lot of Americans suddenly appear along the tree lines here, and the HE gun kills a couple. We also see someone dash forward into this bit here. Looks like they're going to hop up these hedge lines. The machine guns shift slightly, but they still can't see anything here. There's nothing to this whole section's a kind of rise, so the machine guns would have to come way up to here or over here before they'd see anything, and they have quite good positions to spot this American push. So in the next turn I move them back. Finally, these guys here were given orders to scoot around, but there's an enormous amount of fire coming off this hedgerow, so they get pinned very quickly. Right, let's look at that in more detail. Okay, so the Americans continue their attack, and just everyone who can lays into them. As you can see, that's pretty intense. Handful of casualties, but there is some good high explosive shells lobbed into that by the Marders. And this Panzerschreck here takes a couple of shots at the Shermans, but most of the trees block it. One goes sailing past them. Yeah, it's unfortunate. The other one, just a random bullet as they're trying to sneak through the trench and come up here to take a shot. A random fucking bullet just takes out the man. Really unlucky. Otherwise, this machine gun team is really getting it. They've clearly spotted him and identified him as a threat, so this whole hedge line appears to be shooting the shit out of him. Their machine gun isn't deployed. We can't see a lot. Some people are starting to break and run away. Yeah. As you can see, this is 2nd Platoon of Garrison coming over to get in the trenches and then move to reinforced positions. Oh, and the guys, where are they? Whoever it was. Yeah, 3rd Squad A team. We're told to get in this bunker, but the tanks just machine gun the absolute shit out of the area, and they all ran away. You can see some of them in the hedge, the others are hiding in here. Great. Right, let's look at the other side. As you can see, some fire on what the contacts we have. AT gun takes a shot. And the machine guns up here have some good targeting sights. And you see this guy sprinting across there. But yeah, as the turn goes on, just suddenly a whole lot of Americans, presumably the ones that walked across here, start to emerge. And looks like they've been sneaking out through here as well. There's a machine gun team in there. And we lose a man in the 8th Company headquarters. Actually go and kill someone there. And someone gets a shot from, I don't know where, presumably over here. But they're okay. They're a bit pinned, but they've got enough support, so they should be fine. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, the AT gun doing good work. Yeah, here we go. As you can see, they're a bit pinned by some fire. I think that's just a bullet. And away they go. There we go. Looks like 2 casualties at least. Good stuff. Well done. Otherwise, yeah, there's a bunch of guys just pinned down in the marsh here. They don't seem to be able to do anything, and I think one of them gets killed the next turn. Otherwise, yeah. It's starting to come through. I'm putting the fire back from the town. These guys are probably going to have to start thinking about retreating because there's quite a lot of Americans appearing, and including a machine gun. Right, next turn. Okay, and welcome to turn 29. The American push continues, but we are definitely getting the better of them now. And as you can see, these guys start jogging up. There's fuckloads of machine guns. Holy boy. I think at least 5, probably 6 heavy machine guns. This machine gun takes a few shots at them. I think it wings 1 or 2. And then, yeah, you see the flashing in there. That is the bad news of the turn, unfortunately. We will get into that a bit later. Overall, though, we're winning the hedgerow fight. And the suppression of these guys seems to have taken hold at least. I shifted this machine gun back simply because, yeah, it wasn't doing anything there and these guys desperately needed the help. And the martyrs keep laying high explosive on the hedge. Overall, not a bad turn, apart from, yeah, this one unfortunate incident we will now have a look at. So right, this is the close-up view on the engagement. As you can see, their machine guns aren't deployed yet because they keep getting cowered by the sheer amount of fire we're putting out. And this is 2nd Platoon of the Garrison Company merrily making its way into the hedge. So, yeah. Martyr also putting some fire down. Same for the other guy. Oh, he's just out of shot over here. There we go. Right. Oh, and this guy has got a perfect fix on the tanks and 3 heat rounds, so let's have a look at that. You can see the Americans running away, and that was our own artillery shell. Killed 6 guys, I think. Broke the rest because, as you can see, the commander is dead. We'll definitely get at least 1 or 2 guys over here with this machine gun. And someone starts shooting back at him, a machine gun. But yeah, there's casualties in there, the martyrs keep shooting. Machine guns keep shooting, everyone keeps shooting, and we definitely get the upper hand. As you can see, men are running, breaking all over the place. Not an enormous amount of casualties. We've maybe caused a dozen, plus whatever the high explosive have done, which is hard to tell. But yeah, there's 2 platoons on that hedge, and they are wrecked. Oh, and it's worth noting, they appear to have a bazooka there actually, but there's a completely fresh platoon along this hedge, so don't get too cocky yet. I don't know why they haven't tried to involve them in the fight. It's possible they just had enough men on that. But these guys, before they got broken by the death of their leader, were pinned quite severely from this whole hedgerow shooting the shit out of them. Right, so a quick bit of a closer look at a couple of bits of the action. Here's a view of the hedgerow with the trees turned off, so you can get a better idea of what sort of nightmare it is for these guys. Yeah, as you can see, multiple units breaking and running away. So, given the slackening of fire from their end, I think we're winning this quite convincingly. Okay, this is our heavy machine gun that's looking over that bit where all the American heavy machine guns are moving up. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of guys. But yeah, they get pinned a little bit, but then pop back up. So yeah, it's pretty busy over this side, as you can see. Let's just have a quick look at the Americans over in the seaside. Most of them, there's a lot of guys just turned up in this hedgerows and it's just engaging fire, mostly with this lot. The AT gun gets someone else, as you can see, but there are mortars landing all around it now. You can see that little explosion if you go back and have a look. Yep, unfortunately. Yeah, see, mortar. Mortar. Still fine though, bit pinned, but really this guy's... he's about to run out of ammo anyway, so I figured may as well just use it while you got it. Right. There's also, as you can see, a couple of guys over in this hedgerow, but nothing new there. I think there's a platoon just edging its way up. And these guys continue to be stuck out in the open, and one of them was killed at some point during the turn. Didn't see it exactly. I think it's, I think it's this guy shooting at them. Yes, it'll be him. So he's just hiding in the hedgerow, blapping away with his machine gun. Alright, on to the next turn. Hello and welcome to the 30th minute, and let's just say it is an interesting one. To preface this, I noticed the tanks were a bit busy and the Martyrs were nearly able to see them both, so I basically gave them charge orders and had the Panzerschrecks stand up and shoot what little remains of their rounds. So yeah, let's go. Normal back and forth, shooting, lots of shooting. And off you go. You can see the Martyrs start to move. And another stray spotting round comes in. Doesn't kill anyone though. Looks like a tank kills some infantry. And boom. Right through the turret. But unfortunately they do a similar thing to us. Still, not the end of the world. Oh yes, unfortunately the AT gun has a mortar round land on it and the leader dies and it runs away, which is, you know, pretty standard for us these turns. Bummer. Right, let's go take a close-up look. Okay, before we get started, this is 2 platoon from the garrison company. They are ordered to recombine. These guys are not taking orders because of the fire from this hedgerow, and these guys are just a bit rattled. Unfortunately, we're going to have to recover the bodies essentially because at least for one of them, this one anyway, the other one, machine gunner is down, and this guy was ordered to get in the bunker and I think got distracted by the tanks shooting at him. I would probably be distracted by the tank shooting at me too, to be honest. Unfortunate, but what can you do? Right, let's do this from the start. As you can see, the Martyrs both with pretty good timing. I thought not perfect, but pretty close. And yeah, that's a spotting round from our own artillery. The tanks seem to see the Martyr and take a shot at it, but miss. And that one, it's hard to tell exactly who did what there. But as you can see, more Americans are running away. We're definitely winning the firefight other than that. Alright, let's take a quick look at this side. The Martyr rolls up. Tank spots him. Takes a shot, kills 2 men. And the Martyr puts it straight through his turret. Ah, no. That's unfortunate. It looks like, yeah, this guy over here also, yeah, there we go. That's a bouncing shell. Also, they hit at the same time. Looks like here, side shots and you shoot the front. Thanks, mate. So yeah, we could have had 2 tank kills there, but extremely bad luck. So yeah, this martyr actually, I was mistaken initially. I thought this martyr couldn't see them, but it can in fact see that guy. This one, not so much. But hey, this martyr here, as these guys shit their pants and run away when that explosion happens. Still got 2 crewmen, even though the martyr itself is sorry, go back. Martyr itself is completely broken. Got no main gun or controls. Perfectly fine over here. A little bit short on ammo, but what can you do? And yep, he's dead. And you'll see the ammo cooks off in a second. Yep, it's gone. This one and the remaining martyr don't seem to be able to see each other. I don't know why. There must just be a perfectly placed tree or something, like God's sake. I don't recommend leaving him here. He's rather close to the Americans, and probably there are bazookas in that hedge. Yeah, other than that, pretty good turn. We take to cause a few more casualties in the hedge. And I think 1 or 2 over here. This guy gets a piece as well. If you kind of skip forward. Yeah, it's a casualty. Let's have a close look. Previous to this, it was a machine gun that was shooting at us, but I put our heavy machine gun on killing it. And at some point it does so. Yeah, must have been that. Yeah, okay, it looks like we got a guy, another one, and they decide that discretion is the better part of valor and hoof it out of there. And then set up at the hedge facing the wrong way, which is useful stuff. Yeah, well, that's some very combat mission moments. Okay, here we have the seaside with the sort of AT gun. Kills a couple, I think two more men in there. This AT gun has done some incredible work, that's all I can say. Yep, you can see the pluses. And there's just fire from the town. Everywhere I can see contacts, basically. But as you can see, the fire starts coming back in a big way, especially from this heavy machine gun. And these guys in the corner start to be a bit worse for the wear. And the mortar's still coming all over the AT gun. All around the AT gun, I should say. Until finally it's had enough. There we go, one kills the commander and they decide, nah, fuck this, let's go. Yeah, that is unfortunate, but it's abandoned now, which means from the experiences we've had, we cannot recrew it. But shit, what can you do? These guys are getting pinned by the heavy machine gun quite convincingly, so they're all hiding in their foxholes, not able to do anything. This is just a pair of ammo bearers, so they're just pot shots. I pulled this mortar headquarter back, it was getting shot up, so I pulled it back into the interior of the very dense woods so nobody can see it, basically. This is just a huge dick move on my part because there are American infantry infiltrating up through the woods here. As you can see, I forgot that I'd put this barbed wire across there, so they had to walk around, but we didn't really have anyone in position to shoot them because we were quite busy shooting at other people. But yeah, they can't see this guy anymore. They probably have a vague idea where he is. But because there are two submachine guns in this, it's going to be an absolute nightmare for them to dig him out of this little, very hard to see intersection of woods, basically. I reckon there's probably a whole American squad, split into three parts, moving up here, and they should be able to make life absolutely miserable if we just leave them there. Alternatively, we could have them run away, and that's what I'm going to recommend for this section as well. These guys need to all bail. You got to remember, these hedges are impassable, so the only way into the town is through here and coming around this side. So if we set up these buildings to defend this bit and basically just cover this entrance, we can make it, there's a small gap in the hedge there as well, but we can make it very, very unpleasant for the Americans to take the town, because forcing close quarters like that in competition against men who are in houses and have machine guns and submachine guns is just an absolute nightmare. I do not envy the Americans, even though they probably outnumber us 2-1 at this point, because I think that's 2 whole platoons versus 1. My advice is, yeah, we constrict our line as much as possible and focus on just locking down these approaches. This is the Garrison Company headquarters as well. He's got 2 submachine guns, so yeah, anyone rounding that corner is going to be in for an unpleasant time. Right, I will do a separate, more detailed click through of the positions after this, but this is just, I want to get the videos up as soon as possible. So, yeah, these guys still sucks to be them. Machine gun can be seen by nobody at the moment. Honestly, do not know who's supposed to. That's weird. It's the company headquarters. Sky, same thing. This one, okay, I don't even know what the fuck's going on here. This is apparently the 1st Platoon headquarters of 6th Company sees that guy. Useful. Machine guns are doing pretty good. Just suppressing the absolute shit out of this hedge line. We're not really taking any serious fire that I've noticed. Yes, before I forget, yeah, the sort of slightly worse news. Where's it gone? So yeah, the leader of that gets killed by a stray tank shell. Everyone else is in good shape though. Where's he gone? This guy's run out of ammo, so he runs away. There. That might have been a rifle grenade, actually. I thought that was a mortar round. Yeah, it's honestly... I thought that was a mortar round, but it may not be, actually. Might have been a rifle grenade. So, no exact signs of bombardment yet, which is just quite weird. I've been expecting one for multiple turns now. As you can see, everybody is doing a bunch of shooting. This guy's given up on what he was shooting. Yeah, sucks about this squad. God damn it. And yeah, where's it gone? This Panzerstreak team has run out of ammo, having missed with all their shots or hit the trees. This one here, as you can see, this guy, this dead guy, is carrying it. Great. Is this guy medicing? This guy appears to be medicing, which would be potentially bad. I'm not sure if he'll pick up the Panzerstreak or not. So I'm gonna, yeah, okay, shit. I'm gonna have to order these guys to move and stop medicing in some, because this guy's been ordered to come back over here and pick it up, because he's still got 4 anti-tank rockets. And if this guy was to medic him, I'm not sure of what would happen to the weapon. So for God's sake, I know this guy's trying to be helpful, but he's really not. I'm afraid that if he does medic the guy, that he will disappear and the Panzerstreak will be lost, because he's currently tagged as carrying a pistol, as you can see. Shit. My other thought was to have these guys come over and maybe they'd share ammo with this guy. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Finally, yeah, we have the gunner and driver who can just climb one of these and start shooting. We have this bit of the garrison company who have decided that actually we don't like being shot at, we're going to hide a lot. Although he did, if you look at the end of the video with the... actually, I'll just go back and look. This guy, look at this guy, what a fucking legend. Okay, well it missed, but it was the thought that counted. What a pity. I was kind of hoping he got it in here and just chewed up a bunch of American infantry. Alright, okay, I'm going to stop faffing about and now I'm going to start doing the next, the proper click-through video.